Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crafty Beer Reviews. As you can see, to my right is a very special guest, Average Joe, as he's known here on YouTube. And Joe very kindly brought a very special beer for us to review today. This is from the Lost Abbey. This is Agave Maria. They're using agave syrup, and then they're also aging this in tequila barrels, so pretty cool stuff.
For at least 10 months.
At least 10 months.
Like, we can't tell you specifics or anything, but at least 10 months.
Because Lost Abbey doesn't know. Yeah, even though they brewed the beer.
Yeah, whatever.
That's alright. I've never had a tequila barrel aged beer. I've never had a beer with, agave syrup in it before. Have you?
Negative.
This one, yeah, and this was actually going to be my first Lost Abbey beer too, so a whole lot of firsts in this one.
Oh man, I haven't even smelled it yet. I can smell it.
Yeah, I can smell it from here too.
Yeah.
Woo! Yep, that smells like tequila.
Really sweet.
It does have that syrupy, sweet kind of smell too. Wow, that smells. I definitely get the tequila. I get oak as well. Goodness gracious! Wow, that is
Tons of sweetness.
Oh my god! Yeah, definitely a sweet
Caramel,
beer.
just straight up
Toffee.
sugar. It's like almost just
yeah, very sugary,
like
sweet
confectionery sugar.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
exactly.
Up in your grill.
Yeah, it's like caramel, toffee, and a huge like tequila, and just kind of the syrupy, sweet type of note as
I
well.
was getting like a pepper note, some
Like
kind
a
of
spiciness. Yeah, I gotta get something too. I don't really know what kind of note it is though. It's kind of like an indescript type of spicy note.
I just like, in addition with that, kind of like a smokiness as well.
Mm-hmm. A little
Spiciness, smokiness.
I will say though, for being over 13, I don't smell any alcohol.
No.
Which I think is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Alright, man.
Look at the lacing! Alright.
The lacing!
Cheers, good sir. And also Paul, because you said so.
Fuck off. Hot damn. Whew. Okay, well.
That's boozy as fuck.
I found the booze. I could feel that going down.
Yeah, that's... You want a winter warmer, bro?
It'll warm you up. Man.
Holy shit, man.
The more and more I drink this, the more it reminds me of tequila. The burn, the taste, the smell. Wow, they definitely use... man, those tequila barrels, they must have been pretty goddamn wet because, wow. Wow.
The first thing I'm getting after, what is that supposed barrel?
Yeah,
I don't say supposed because it really is, but
yeah.
Chocolate.
Really?
I'm getting chocolate, like caramel and chocolate, like kind of combination.
Is it kind of like a milk chocolate? Because I kind of get like a little bit of a lighter milk chocolate.
Yeah, it's fucking super sweet.
Yeah.
It's super sweet.
Definitely
like
getting...
chocolate, some milk chocolate covered like caramel.
Mm-hmm. Caramel, toffee. It is a really rich kind of caramel too, but up front I'm getting a ton of that agave, a ton of that tequila. I mean, it's like tequila. Definitely getting that barrel. I get a little bit of some kind of oaky kind of tannins in there. Maybe a little bit of vanilla. A touch. It's kind of more integrated in there, but...
It's so... it's so sweet.
It is sweet.
And rich, but it does dry out.
Yeah,
but it takes a little while to dry out. It kind of just envelops your whole, like... really just your entire palate. It's just like this sugary confectionery sweetness.
It's a really strong beer.
But the lingering is a nice lingering dryness. I don't really get any of the spiciness that I got, or the smokiness, like most smokiness that I got in the aroma. It's really just like it's like a tequila barrel chocolate covered caramel.
Yeah, I agree.
Like bar or something.
And after my initial sip too, the more I've had it, really up front it's that agave, it's that tequila, but right after, I mean immediately after, it kind of has this residual type of sugary.
Yeah, that's
and then after that, it kind of fades into that milk chocolate, and then you can taste that caramel, a bit of like toffee, and then it kind of finishes with a little bit of an oaky dryness too.
Right after that upfront tequila, like the more agave, I mean, it's almost like just a syrupy, like agave sweetness. You said like a residual sugar, and I'm talking confectionery. It's almost like sugar crystals. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like in your mouth, like you just take a sugar packet.
Like if you look at sugar cube even.
Even a cube, yeah, that's kind of what it is. That's how sweet this is.
It is sweet, and it is boozy, which is surprising because I didn't smell it.
It's 13.5 though.
It is. It's 13.5, and it's only, I mean, this is a pretty recent release. It's maybe a couple months at most.
Six at the absolute most.
Yeah, so it's still pretty damn fresh, and for being, pretty close to 14, I think a little bit of alcohol is, I mean...
Yeah, if you don't expect it, then...
You gotta expect a little bit.
What you're expecting.
I mean, it's not offensively boozy, though. It's not like that fusel alcohol type of thing going on, either.
It's one of those that I'm happy I split the bottle. Even though it's only 12.7, it's like one of those ones where, yeah, it's about 6 ounces I can handle. I think the yo, I'm gonna bust out the word cloying, right? Because a lot of people, cloying. Yeah, I don't want to whisper. So like they say, oh, it's so cloyingly sweet, blah blah blah. But it honestly is.
It is.
If you drink more than 6 ounces of this, then you have a super sugar tooth to the point where, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's my main complaint. I mean, I would say that if you like tequila, if you like agave, this is one that I think is a must try. Again, this is both of our first tequila barrel-aged beers. They definitely got the tequila out of those barrels. Yeah. That is for sure. I think the agave syrup, if they scaled that back a little bit, let's just say theoretically they made it again. I would say that a little bit less of that agave syrup, and they need to really kind of add a little bit more bitterness in there to balance it all out.
Yeah, just like I said, it does finish dry, so there's a slight balance there, but just overwhelming sweetness, really. Mm-hmm. I don't know what exactly, if it's the agave syrup or the barrels themselves or whatever the case may be. Find a way to dial back the sweetness.
Exactly.
Like maybe 25%. Just dial back a little bit. You'll have a little bit more of a balance, mm-hmm. and I think it'd be more drinkable. You'd be able to take down this 12.7 ounce bottle by yourself and not really have a lot of issues other than the fact that it's 13.5%.
Agreed. And maybe even the lighten the malt bill up just a little bit because I mean, it's definitely, it's just a little too sweet. That's really the big problem. I mean, the flavors that are in there are really good, honestly, and I think, oddly enough, they really do kind of mix in a good way. It's a weird way, but I think it mixes in a nice way.
I agree. I think the base, like, I'm not really a stickler for, like, styles or anything, like, it's got to be this style. I think this is like a catch that they just call us an American Strong Ale, right?
Kind of catch-all phrase.
I feel like the base is like an old ale.
Yeah.
Very old ale-ish. Maybe not exactly on point, but if I had to like dive into a style, I'd be like, that's an old ale. Just because typically old ales have a huge sweet caramel. They usually have some toffee and whatnot, but like chocolate and just a ton of fucking just straight sweetness.
Yeah,
this is
I
what
agree.
This has, and I think it's over the top with the rest of it. So I like it though.
Yeah, me too. It's got a medium body, which is nice. The level of carbonation is good too. It's not overly carbonated, but it's not flat, which is nice. In terms of a rating, what are you thinking, man?
8, 9.
8, 9?
Yeah, I was thinking about going to 9, but I'm like, I don't think I can get right in there. 8, 9 though, it's good. It's just a little bit too sweet.
Yeah, I agree. For me, I'm really close. I'm at an 8.7 for sure. I think it's really good. Again, the flavors in there are really unique. I really do have to give them props for just getting that amount of tequila in there. I think that's pretty impressive for me because I think a big, strong malty beer like this could hide some of that. And it integrates really well. It's just a little too sweet. That kind of sugary sensation is just a bit much. And I gotta say, even though it is a touch boozy, I think without that booziness, it would probably be even a bit, maybe even harder to handle because the sweetness would just be even that much stronger, I think.
The best thing is that you're not saying hot.
Exactly.
Because, you don't want to burn yourself or anything like your throat or,
No. Well, and what's nice is, with this bottle that, the Agave Maria herself actually turns blue when it's cold. So
no, I agree with you. I would say though, if like you said, if you're a tequila fan, you owe it to try. You owe it to yourself to try it once, just because it is unique. I've never had a beer like this. Again, I've never had tequila barrel aged beer, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think too, if you have a bottle, if you've already tried it, I think maybe put this in the cellar for a year, see how it turns out. Because I think with the little bit of that booziness gone too would be a little bit smoother, and you know maybe some of the sweetness will integrate a little bit better in the beer after some time. But
For sure.
as of now, it's awesome, Joe. Thank you for
problem.
sharing this one, guys. Thank you for checking this out. As always, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember, I hope whatever you're doing involves good craft beer, except you, Paul.
Yeah, fuck you, Paul.
Fuck
Cheers.
you, Paul. Cheers.
I really hate you, Paul. Strong. Hate might be a strong word. Strong dislike. I love you.
Strongly dislike. Thumb sound. By YouTube standards.
Yeah, it's a little thin, but not really.
It's too thin.